तुही रसना जपते मात गर्भ तुम ही प्रतिपालक मृत मंडल एक तू ही मात गर्भ तुम ही प्रतिपालक मृत मंडल एक तू ही रसना 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 जपते 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 तू ही रसना जपते
एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निरभउ निर्वैर अकाल मूरत अजूनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह।
Welcome to the World of Sikhism TV program. I'm Karanpreet Kaur, and I have with me Bhai Gurdarshan Singh. Our TV program is presented by the National Sikh Center, and we've been learning about Guru Nanak Dev Ji's Pauri of Japji Sahib. We've been holding this program in hopes of connecting with our further Sangat, in hopes of spreading the Bani and message of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, and in hopes of understanding ourselves what Guruji had to share with his Sikhs. So last week we left off in the middle of our 28th Pauri, and we were talking about what Guru Nanak Dev Ji had been sharing with everybody, and using the yogis as an example of how we should be living our lives, or the way that they were living their lives in relation to Guru Sahib's own teachings.
Thank you everyone to be back with us once again. So last time we, as Kiranpreet said, we left in the middle of 28th Pauri. So why are we going very slow is to understand the terminology which Guru Nanak Dev Ji used. And because these words are, this lifestyle still exists. And the Guru Nanak Dev Ji's words are more relevant today. When somebody who created so much wisdom and lived that wisdom and gave a new world order in that region based upon the qualities and virtues, and especially his the words are more important even the day and age we are living, where there's so much confusion. And sometimes when I see as a Sikh the WrestleMania of religions, how people are fighting over who's right and who's wrong, which philosophy is good, which is bad. Whereas Guru Nanak Dev Ji, when he was traveling around and people asked a question, usually asked question, Badda Hindu ke Muslimanoi, the who's greater, whether Hindu, Muslim or Sikh, and he would say, Baba Akhe Haziyan, Shubh Amalan Bajon Dono Roi. He said, if they are not following the core values of their faith, if they are not living God and portraying God from their actions, no matter who you are, in the end you will have to cry. You will regret. So this is a very compassionate message he gave, that no matter who you are, which religion you belong to, and if you are saying that you are a believer of God, then let people see God in you, through your tradition. And regardless what kind of clothes you are wearing and what kind of outlook you might have, but in the end, you should be treating and loving other creation as if they are the sons and daughters of the same God. And last time when we were talking about this Pauri, and he was talking about the yogis, and especially the I Panth was one of the sect, very powerful sect of yogis, and their guru was Pangarnath and Gorakhnath, and those people were well respected in that region, and honored, respected. Yet they were missing some thing in their life. That's where Guru kicks in. That when he would see the cries of children, cries of women, and cries of the society, the people would leave behind to achieve God and go to jungles. And Guru Nanak stood with those families. Guru Nanak took stand with those children and challenged the lifestyle of the yogis, that how can you achieve God? How can you experience God sitting in jungles when your children are crying and when your women are struggling to live, to earn, to feed the children? So that's what Guru Nanak Sahib talks about in this Pauri and challenges them. He says that, as we did last time, Munda Santokh, bring contentment in your life. Sharm Pat Choli, bring the hard work, hard labor, honest labor in your life. Dhyan ki krahe biput, and bring the constant awareness in your life. And when you have these virtues, you don't need to go to jungles. What will happen is, you are a disturbed mind, you will ruin the peace of jungle even. Right? Jungle will not help you to meditate. If your mind is disturbed, you will disturb the peace of very environment of jungle. And he says, Khintha Kal, remember that life is not forever. That you will be answerable to the Creator. Bring that thought, that each moment is being given to live, take as a blessing. Take as a blessing. Don't take as for granted. Don't use yourself, your life, to do bad, rather to bring goodness and godness in your life. Kwari Kayan Jugat, they bring the virtues, divine virtues, and staying away from the vices, Kam, Krodh, Lo, Moh, Hankar, lust, anger, pride, greed, and attachment, and hold the faith in your life as protection, as a defending force. So we did up to this last week. Now Guru Sahib says, I Panthi Sagal Jamati. I Panth was their sect's name. And Guru Sahib says, I belong to I Panth too, but my I Panth is Sagal Jamati. I treat that each and every one on this earth belongs to me, and I belong to everyone. I don't discount anyone from me. I can relate with anyone. I can communicate with anyone, because everyone is his creation, his panth. Don't create your own panth to separate from others, and create that thought and bring that teaching in your life, that everyone is God's panth, God's path, belongs to God. For me, Guru Sahib says, I Panthi is the whole creation, is I Panth. I Panth is translated as a sect of yogis.
Right.
For me, the whole universe is I Panth.
It's part of that.
It's part of that. Then they would say, we are going to jungles to conquer our mind, to conquer the world. Conquer the world. And Guru Sahib says, unless you conquer your own life, you cannot conquer anything. Your mind is like a wild elephant. As a wild elephant or drunken elephant destroys any beauty around, and when your mind is drunken with the vices, it destroys anything and everything comes in front of it. And so man jeeta, apne man nu jitto. The Guru Sahib ne Bani de vich baar baar kiya, man nu jitto. Man ki hai? What is mind? So what you think of what mind is?
So your mind is, it's basically, I think you've talked about it before. It's the filter. No, that's your buddhi. I'm thinking of your buddhi.
So mind is very much it's how we the power which helps us to see, view, translate things, understand things.
It's made of your experiences.
It's made of your experiences. It's made of your experiences, and literally you can not change your reflection unless you change what is within. What is inside of you? Unless inside of you is changed, your reflection will not change.
How other people see you, how you look, how you appear, how you come off,
Even
what you do.
How can you change the smoke unless you change what is burning inside? The smell of a smoke is what is burning inside. Right? Our mind is very much a smoke of our own being, what we have, what we are holding. Right? Change where the reflection is coming from. And that is your buddhi. And buddhi is constantly changes with the mata. Mata is advice. Where that advice is coming from, it goes into buddhi, and then buddhi reflects the mind. That's how we see others, that's how we view others.
Yeah.
And Guru Sahib says, man jeeta, a person who changes the reflections, who changes inner, Jagjeet janda. How would you otherwise conquer mind? You are not Aristotle, you are not Sikandar, you are not world power. How would you conquer the world affairs? Guru Sahib says, man jeeta. By not leaving family, you will win the world. By being in the family and conquering the mind, you will win the world. Conquer your desires. Conquer your ignorance. Conquer your greed. Conquer your competition. Conquer your jealousy. Conquer your weaknesses. No one is bothering you from outside. No one, koi baarla banda tang nahi karda jinna sada apna man tang karda.
Your mind is your biggest enemy. It's your biggest, that's where your negative feelings come from. It's from
Right.
your mind.
Absolutely. Man jeeta hai. Te Guru Sahib Bani de vich baar baar ਇਹ ਮਨ ਪਿਆਰਿਆ ਤੂੰ ਸਦਾ ਸੱਚ ਸੰਭਾਲੇ ਇਹ ਕੁਟੰਬ ਤੂੰ ਜੇ ਦੇਖਦਾ ਚੱਲੈ ਨਾਹੀ ਤੇਰਾ ਨਾਲੇ ਸਾਥ ਤੇਰਾ ਚੱਲੈ ਨਾਹੀ ਤਿਸ ਨਾਲ ਕਿਉਂ ਚਿਤ ਲਾਈਐ ਐਸਾ ਕੰਮ ਮੂਲੇ ਨਾ ਕੀਚੈ ਜਿਤ ਅੰਤ ਪਛੋਤਾਈਐ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਕਾ ਉਪਦੇਸ਼ ਸੁਣ ਤੂੰ ਹੋਵੈ ਤੇਰਾ ਨਾਲੇ ਕਹਿ ਨਾਨਕ ਮਨ ਪਿਆਰੇ ਤੂੰ ਸਦਾ ਸੱਚ ਸੰਭਾਲੇ ਸੰਭਾਲੇ hold on to the truth. If you really want to conquer your mind, hold on to the truth, hold on to the values, hold on to the virtues, hold on to the seva. You know, ਮਹਾਂਪੁਰਸ਼ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ, ਅਸੀਂ ਤਿਆਗੀ ਬੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਬਿਕੋਜ਼ ਤਿਆਗੀ ਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਤਿਆਗੀ ਕਿਹਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਛੱਡ ਦਿੱਤਾ.
Who leave other things. It's someone who leaves all the other things in the world.
Right, worldly attachment.
Yeah.
Somebody who leaves those worldly things, and we call them tyagi.
Right.
Guru Sahib said, वो कहते त्यागी ने. त्यागी तो ਅਸੀਂ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਸੱਚ ਤਿਆਗਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ. ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਰੱਬ ਤਿਆਗਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਸੰਤੋਖ ਤਿਆਗਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ। ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਤਿਆਗੀ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਹਾਂ। We have left everything but its beauty and we have become beggars. Guru Sahib says, keep holding to those values, keep holding to that truth. Man jeeta hai. The day you will conquer your mind, conquer your life, jag jeet, jag jitya gaya. You conquer the whole world, because then there is no one to defeat you. There is no one to even with compete you. The world is not in competition, your mind is in competition. Others are not competition with you. You are in competition with others. Once you conquer your mind, you have won the world. The world means the desires. You have jit liyan sariyan desires nu jit liya. Then Ades, this is Ades. Because those yogis would believe in a guru, and they would believe in that person or personality. And Guru Sahib says, Ades. Yes, I also bow, but I bow to the Creator. I bow to only God. God is the only power worth buying. When you bow to a human being and bow to others, that brings some sort of inferior complex in you, that others are. Yes, when you bow to looking at somebody's virtues, that bowing is totally different. That you want to become like that person. That bow is out of reverence, Satkar. The Guru Sahib says, if you really want to, if you really are an admirer of virtues, then bow to God, because God is the ocean of virtues. That's why we bow to Guru Granth Sahib Ji. That's why when we enter into the Gurudwara, I may not be virtuous when I'm entering into the Gurudwara. I may not be virtuous when I bow to Guru Granth Sahib Ji, but when I bow, it tells that I want to become virtuous. That is my desire to become virtuous. Right. Ades, this is Ades. Ades da matlab hunda bow karna, namaskar karna. Kehndे ne us Waheguru de agge chuk, us Date de agge chuk. Oh Waheguru jehड़ा hai Ad, that is the forever. Ad, in the beginning of this universe, which is the primal one. Anil, which has no color. Anad, beyond any end or beginning. Anad, jida koi kuch sira nahi hai.
Timeless?
Timeless. Yeah, you can use words, because Guru Sahib have used this word to express again and again, but that he doesn't want to, God to limit within.
You don't want to confine.
He doesn't want to confine. He comes up with a different terminology, that you don't keep holding to one word and say, this is God. That's why I always say that in whole of Guru Granth Sahib Ji, no Guru has described God.
Has named.
No Guru has described God.
Oh, they describe characteristics.
They just expressed about God, not described God. Expressed. So when you are describing something, you are limiting. You're limiting. The Guru uses different words that you don't hold on to one word. That's why when we say Waheguru, what it means? It has no meaning. It's an expression.
It's an expression of...
Expression of wow.
Yeah, of awe.
Awe. That greatest experience you have, you say, Waheguru. Otherwise it has no translation. Wah, wah. And this says Ad, Anil, Anad, Anahat. Anahat hai, जिन्हें कोई destroy नहीं कर सकता. You cannot destroy him. Anahat. Hat da hunda khatam karna, nash karna, to destroy. He says an is
without.
Without. without destroying. Jug jug eko ways, that's the beauty. Jug jug eko ways. Whereas us, our life is very much run by events. Any event changes our thought process. Any person can get us angry anytime. Any person can change us any moment. Because we give right to others to change us. If somebody shows some gestures on driving and we get angry and try to follow that. How dare, how
Right.
dare.
Yeah.
That's what we do. And you cannot change God. God is not something you can incite. God is not something you can mold or change. The Guru Sahib says, Jug Jug Eko Ves. That's why Guru Nanak Dev Ji da ek shabd aunda hai. Sahib mera neet nama sada sada datar. My God is always new. My God is always fresh. And that freshness is not now. It was fresh, it is fresh, it will be fresh. Because why are not we fresh? Because we are always changing. Always changing. Changes with things, changes with time, changes with situations. Right? We
Okay.
keep holding sometimes our past. Somebody has taught us, somebody told me that this person is not right.
Right.
And I just bought that thought, and I'm holding those thoughts.
Right.
Even that person comes. And my parents come, your chacha was not good. Okay, I'm not talking to his children because somebody told me something.
Right.
And Guru Sahib says, the God is something which does not even hold your past. Who you were yesterday, God will not even count. When you come to Guru, when you come to that realization, your past is gone. And that's the miracle. He says, Ad Anil Anad Anahat Jug Jug Eko Ves. God has been forever the same.
He's not subject to influences the way that we are.
He is
Why
not
is it?
subject to the influence as we are. We are very much subject to the influence. So this was the 28th Pauri of Japji Sahib. Now we will go do the part of 29th Pauri and try to understand that also. Bhugat Gyan Daya Pandharan Kat Kat Vajah Naad Aap Nath Nathi Sab Jaki Riddh Siddh Avra Sad संजोग विजोग दो कार चलावे हैं लेखे आवह भाग आदेश तिसै आदेश आद अनील अनाद अनाहत जुग जुग एको वेश आद अनील अनाद अनाहत जुग जुग eko ves. So in the 29th Pauri, Guru Sahib continues the same thought process of the yogis.
Using the yogis as an example.
Yogis as an example. So what those yogis would do, they will go to a village and beg for food and other things, sometimes clothes. They would bring, I have seen it in India. I can relate with that culture, that how they would do is, if they are going in one village to beg for food, 5 or 6 different disciples, they would choose which side they will go and beg. And then they would come together and bring that food and whatever they have in their bags to the dera, their own ashram, their own place. So then all together sit together, then they share that food.
Gotcha.
And they have one person appointed as a distributor of food. That everyone brings, they hand over to that food to one person who they have appointed, as Guru Sahib uses word Pandaran, Pandari,
Okay.
a distributor, and then everyone takes the share.
Okay.
And here Guru Sahib says, a yogi, ਭੁਗਤ ਗਿਆਨ, ਭੁਗਤ ਜੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੰਗ ਕੇ ਲਿਆਂਦੇ ਹੋ, right? ਗਿਆਨ ਮੰਗੋ.
What you're begging for should be food.
What you're begging for food,
For food.
don't beg for food, beg for the wisdom.
Wisdom.
Beg for the wisdom. The way you extend your hand to beg food, it lower you down, your dignity down. When you're begging for the wisdom, the truth, the enlightenment, he said your begging should be the wisdom. Daya Pandharan. Daya should be the Pandharan, the distributor. When your life is filled with that knowledge, distribute that knowledge with passion. Distribute that knowledge, that understanding with compassion. To feed others, to fill others' life with that wisdom. So, time is not permitting us to go into this whole body, and certainly, Waheguru willing, we will be back next week to translate the whole body with you, and may Waheguru bless us all that we beg for wisdom, we beg for the experience of life, and that share that wisdom with others, that we become rich as well as we help others to get to that point where life is known, life is lived as enlightened being.
Thank you so much for joining us on the World of Sikhism TV program. If you've missed any of our previous episodes, if you want to go back, you can find our videos on YouTube by searching for the World of Sikhism. We do hope that you'll join us again next time as we continue our journey. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
I'm Chatra Singh Saini. The Gurbani translation we are doing coming off the books called Nitnem and the daily prayer books. We can provide you if you need them from National Sikh Center at gmail.com or 202-270-5528. It is free of cost. It is available in Hindi and Punjabi and Spanish. We can also get it from different languages if you request us. Thank you very much.
Sukh nahi re har bhagat bina, Sukh nahi re har bhagat bina, jeet janm eh ratan